Hey again everyone, welcome to this new video. This is a response to a request from the comment section. I forgot who it was exactly, but they asked me if I could do a video on some of the licks or phrases from the track simply named Intro, the intro to Separate Ways on the Gary Moore Live Blues video. It was on VHS, it's from the early 90s, early to mid 90s, and there's some beautiful phrases in there, and these are my favourite ones, as I played in the intro to this video. And let's get to it. Okay, so the first phrase here, a little bit slower than usual, sounds like this. Okay, beautiful phrase really, just the notes are really nice. So we're going to start off with these this 4-note little phrase which we move up an octave. It's going to be 2nd fret on the low E and then the A. I kind of bar your first finger for that. Mute the notes. Okay, and then I play 4 and slide up to the 5th on the A. Keep in mind I'm using a little bit more gain here for clarity of this video because my sound probably isn't as good as it could be. So that's why I'm using a little bit more gain. I'll try and tone it down a little bit if I can. And then we move that phrase up an octave, so we go 4th fret on the D and then the G. But we're going to mute all these notes and pluck them from now on pretty much. So it's going to be 4-4 on the D and G. And then the 3rd finger is going to go to the 6 and then the 7. So far we have. And then I bar that 3rd finger for these 2 notes, the 7th fret on the B and the high E. Okay? Just like that. And then we have this next phrase here. Okay? Which is 6th fret on the high E, 9th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret on the high E. I go 1st finger, little finger, 1st finger, 2nd finger. Then for the last 2 notes I go 1st finger, bar them over the 7th fret of the B and the G. Okay? And then we have this phrase here. Okay, which is 6, 4, 3, 4, 6 on the G. Okay, and then I go 4-4 on the G and the D. And then the 2nd fret on the D, pull off to the open fret. Okay, then these next 2 notes here, which is 4, 2, kind of pinched, slightly pop them if you can. So it works better with a cleaner sound though. So 4-2 on the A, not so much muted, but just as I said, picked really hard, popped out with a bit of a pinch harmonic. And then we go 1 on the A and then 4 on the D. So that you can see I kind of do that little half step bend slowly. So yeah, that's that first phrase right there. Okay, the next section kind of goes like this. Okay, pretty simple stuff. Most people could work this out. Just a kind of a minor pentatonic in B. So we're going to go 9th fret on the D, 7th fret on the G. Then we kind of bend up twice, a full tone. I kind of slowly release it, and as I slowly release that note, I kind of roll down one of the volume knobs here, I'm using the middle pickup selector, but one of the volume knobs I can roll down. I'm not using too much gain overall here, so yeah. The next little phrase here, we have basically the 9th fret on the D, 7th fret on the G. Then I slide with my 3rd finger to the 9th fret from the 7th fret on the G, okay? Then pull off to the 7th on the G, and then back to the 9th on the D. Then we have this little weird chord here. Okay, I'm not going to explain what the chord is, but if you want to know the notes, basically it sounds like this. Okay. So I use my thumb here over on the 8th fret, keeping that down at all times during this chord. It's kind of ringing out underneath. So, and then I play the 9th fret with my 2nd finger here on the D. I only kind of touch that quietly. When you hear Gary play this, this note doesn't come out too well. You can just kind of play it quickly, you know. And then we can go 9th fret on the G, and then 8th fret on the B here. Those last 2 notes, we can let them ring, okay? You can let all these notes ring from now on. Then I use a little finger to go over to the 11th fret on the G, okay? And then the 9th fret again on the G. And then we're going to roll the 3rd finger as we're holding these other notes down over the 10th fret of the B and the high E. Okay? Not the easiest chord in the world, just because of the way it's played, really. But once you get used to it, it'll be fine. So yeah, that's that funny little chord there. Next part, pretty simple, just 3 notes. Okay, it's 7th fret on the D, 9th on the A, 7th on the D with a bit of vibrato. Try and listen to the phrasing there. 2nd note's kind of cut off. And then we go down to this diminished sounding chord, sounds like this. So, using the thumb on the low E here, then the 2nd fret, on the low E 2nd fret, and then we have the 2nd fret on the D. So we're going to kind of go, we're going to, strum down a little bit or rake down into these notes. So play the 1st note on its own, and then we go 2nd fret on the D, 3rd on the G and high, and G and B, okay? Just like that. So that's that little chord there. Now after that, we have this little phrase here. Okay? So here we have the 2nd fret on the G. Just kind of pick it quick. And then we have this little phrase here. Okay. Slide from the 2nd fret on the D to the 3rd, back to the 2nd, pull off to the open string. And then we play the 2nd fret on the A. So. Then we have this. Okay, again, 2nd fret on the D, then the open string. And then the same on the A. And then 2nd fret on the A, a bit of vibrato. Okay. And then now we're coming to that little last phrase, which is also very, very lovely sounding. Okay, so let's play the last phrase slowly. Right, so we're starting off with these few notes here. We have the open E, hammer on from the second to the third, then play the second over the A and the D, then play the fourth fret, then the fifth fret on the D, then fourth fret on the G. That's basically it. Then we have this next bit here, which is basically the fifth fret on the B and the high A, barred with the third finger, and then play the third fret on the B, cuts it off a little bit. Then we have, which is seventh fret on the B pulled off to the fifth. Then we have, which is 7, 6, 4. Okay. 7, 6, 4 on the G, and then we have this part here. Okay. So it's basically the fifth fret on the D, and then we do a twiddle here, which is a quick hammer on from the fourth to the fifth, like a ghost note hammer on. Okay, and then pull back off quickly to the fourth fret. Kind of an Irish twiddle, that. Then we go to the seventh fret on the A, fifth, fourth, second, okay? And then third fret on the E, second fret, then the open E. Finally, this B major chord here, played with this voicing. Okay, it's basically 5 notes. Just fits it perfectly, this specific voicing. Basically, what we're doing, it's like borrowing a G chord on the 4th fret, playing the first 5 notes. And it's going to be 7th fret on the low E, 6th fret on the A, and then 4, 4, 4 on the D, G, and B, okay? And there we go, that's that final phrase. And just let that chord ring out and enjoy it.